It's evening tide again. Welcome to Grandma's Story Time. Today is, I think, March 23rd. Not really sure what day it is. I know it's a Tuesday because today was Tuesdays with Tanya, Miss Tanya. So, I was going to read a story, but I thought maybe I'd tell a little story instead. So, are you ready? Got your favorite blanket? All right. Hope you can hear me okay. Coming at you live from the office slash sewing room slash studio. Yeah. So once upon a time, there was a little girl about 5 years old, and she lived in a brick house with slate floors, and she did fun things like put on plastic shoes and tap dance on the slate floor in her leotards and ballet outfits. And she also did fun things like she would take her stuffed animals from her second floor bedroom, and there was a closet with a laundry chute in it that went all the way down to the first floor, and there was a basket down underneath a counter. So she would take her stuffed animals and throw them down the laundry basket chute, and then she'd run downstairs and gather them up and then come back upstairs. So she would throw things down there like her big long red snake and her bunny and her teddy bears. One time she threw a Barbie down there. So nobody really knew that this was going on. It's kind of a secret, but she did things like that. So one day, this little girl, she had been filling a orange plastic elephant bank with pennies. That's all she could really put in there because that's all she ever got was pennies. So she had been saving and saving and saving her pennies. I don't know why. I can't remember why. Maybe for candy or something. Or maybe to give to somebody. I can't remember. So one day, she went out in the back of her house where there was this big field. And out in the field, there was this big house. The house had property around it, but the field was just, nobody owned it, and there was lots of asparagus growing in the field. I hope you know what asparagus is. Yeah. I had some tonight for dinner. Finally. Anyway, so she had a little friend that lived in that house who was about 7, and her friend came out to play one day and kind of had a sad story. So the next day, the little girl decided to take her little orange piggy bank full of pennies and go give it to this 7-year-old girl, her friend. And so she did. And the 7-year-old was like, "Thank you so much. That's so nice." And the little 5-year-old girl just went back home and, went about her playing and doing things. And then when her mommy came up to tuck her in good night, the little 5-year-old girl told her mommy what she did. And mommy was not happy. She said, "Do you even know that little girl? And you worked so hard to save all this money. Why did you give her your bank? Do you trust her?" She's like, "You need to be more careful about trusting people." So the little 5-year-old girl was a little sad, but she felt like she did the right thing. So somehow, I can't remember how, the bank came back to her room, kind of all by itself one day. But the little girl, the 7-year-old girl who was her friend, she didn't say a word about it, and the two friends just played in the field whenever they got a chance. And that's kind of the end of that story. uh, and there's really no moral to it unless you want to attach one. But that little girl was your grandma Tanya. And when she got a little bit older, her daddy taught her how to use a pocket knife. And she would go out when she was older and cut the asparagus from that big field. And we would have fresh asparagus. And it was really fun because Grandma Tanya had 3 dogs. Well, they were her dad's dogs, but they were German Shorthairs. And there was Shad and Fritzy, and I can't remember the third one. Oh my goodness. I have to think about that. So long ago. So, tomorrow, I will read you a story. We had to have a executive family meeting tonight, and so I didn't get the story done. But we got this, and the reason I'm dressed up is because I was cold all day. It was a cold day. So I just like to be warm, because when I go to bed, I like it to be cold. I'm weird, I know. So anyway, have a great night, or have a great morning if you're watching this in the morning. Like my hat. A student's mommy made that for me about 5 years ago. It's one of my favorites. But my first favorite is the little blue one that I wear. I wore that in my first story. And that was made by my very dear friend, Sherry, who I went to Scotland with my youngest daughter. And that's my favorite. So, sometimes I'll be dressed up. Sometimes I'll wear a hat. And every once in a while, I'll probably look like I just got out of bed. I hope you're okay with that. So now that these stories are public, I'd just like to welcome anyone who happens to come across this. There's no tags, just because the original thought was to do these for the grandkids. But if you're joining me tonight, welcome. And I hope your day was great. And I hope that you're enjoying the positive aspects of what's going on, even though there's a lot of suffering going on and we don't really know what's ahead. The truth of the matter is that we've really never known what's ahead. It's just that these things come and we're not really prepared. So we are going to all be fine, and we can just all do our part to encourage each other and stay positive and know that this is temporary. So, all right, love y'all. Good night. Sleep well. Good morning. Have a good day, whatever time you're watching this. And if you would like to get a hold of me for any reason, I'm going to have to figure that out. Well, I think most of you are on Facebook, and you have found me already. So if you want to share this with somebody, that's fine too. Just know that the original intent when I started this was for my own grandkids. So you'll hear them mentioned often in the videos. All right. See you later. Bye.